Hidden among the vast layers of clouds lies a realm where eagles command every movement. They read the smallest signals from their prey with piercing vision, while their powerful wings seem to part the very air. Each glide is a calculation, each dive a decision shaped by survival at the top of nature. As eagles spread their wings, the secret behind their dominance of the open sky begins to reveal itself. The open grasslands are where hares refine their instincts through seasons of sun and wind. At the first sign of danger, they accelerate to around 45 miles per hour, combining bursts with leaps of nearly 10 feet. A rapid series of direction changes creates an unpredictable path, forcing any predator to calculate each approach. Yet no matter how agile they are, they remain within the sight of the ruler of the skies. High above, the eagle circles patiently, waiting for the moment when the distance closes. Then its broad wings draw in. It descends like a living arrow, cutting through the air in an instant. Its shadow sweeps across the grass, pushing the hare into constant turns in search of a final escape. Still, ground speed cannot match the advantage of the open sky. With powerful talons capable of exerting up to about 400 pounds of force in larger eagles, it quickly secures its target. The outcome is not shaped by chance, but by patience, calculation, and instincts refined through repeated attempts. On rugged mountain peaks, mountain goats are masters of balance. Their sturdy bodies often weigh over 60 pounds, and their split hooves grip ledges only a few inches wide as they search for mineral salts. With their solid size and precise movement across steep cliffs, they remain a serious challenge for any predator. However, golden eagles in this region have developed a rare hunting strategy. From heights exceeding 1,000 feet, they circle above, quietly applying pressure from the sky and prompting mountain goats to move away from the safety of rocky ledges. A single moment of lost focus can shift the balance. The eagle suddenly closes in from a blind spot, using powerful talons to disrupt the goat's footing on the slick surface. As the mountain goat slips from its familiar stance, the steep terrain and gravity quickly turn the cliff into an irreversible challenge. Each successful hunt reflects the remarkable adaptability of wildlife. Life along the cliffs does not favor the hesitant or the weak. There, nature continues to operate through demanding yet balanced cycles of survival. Across rocky deserts, desert lizards bask on sun-heated stones, reaching over 120 degrees Fahrenheit. This is a critical moment to absorb heat and maintain energy during the dry day. Their scales blend into the gray stone, allowing them to nearly disappear within the barren landscape. In this environment, remaining still can become an effective shield for survival. Yet for eagles, that stillness cannot remain hidden for long under eyes that rule the sky. When a lizard leaves its cover, even the smallest movement breaks its perfect camouflage. From above, the eagle folds its wings and descends along a precise angle of approach. Its legs extend forward, forming a firm grasp that limits the prey's chance to react. Even under pressure, the lizard lashes its tail and twists its body in an effort to escape. But the eagle maintains its advantage with precision, using its sharp beak to control the target without wasting energy. As resistance begins to fade, the pursuit concludes through a hunting technique refined over time. It carries the catch, spreads its wings, and quietly rises to a high perch, bringing with it the energy needed for the journey ahead. Within the dense canopy of the Amazon, monkeys move like true athletes. With leaps exceeding 30 feet, some species link branches into a continuous network of movement. This three-dimensional space gives them an advantage, where speed and agility help them avoid many dangers from the ground. But above, the harpy eagle is perfectly adapted to the tangled world of the rainforest. It glides through layers of foliage, shifts direction through narrow gaps, and maintains a steady path with almost no sign of its presence. A powerful body, broad, short wings, and a long tail acting like a rudder allow precise maneuvering among the trees. When an individual separates from the group to forage, a sudden approach immediately disrupts its movement. The pursuit concludes quickly within the dense branches. Where layers of leaves intersect like a maze, survival belongs to the one that understands every unseen opening. With canopy hunting skills and remarkable agility, the harpy eagle stands as a top predator of the rainforest. Each hunt not only sustains the eagle's family, but also shapes the instincts of the next generation. In the wild, eagles represent the peak of aerial hunting. They do not limit themselves to small creatures, as these birds of prey are also capable of challenging alert and capable land predators. When an eagle detects a fox moving beneath a thin layer of snow, it folds its wings and descends along a steep trajectory, reaching speeds close to 150 miles per hour. The shadow appears only at the last moment, leaving just a brief window to respond before the approach brings the situation under control. In that instant, speed and angle of approach matter more than brute strength. Against a gray wolf weighing around 80 pounds, or a watchful coyote, the eagle rarely engages directly. It relies on altitude, blind spots, and timing, especially when the target lacks experience or becomes separated from the group. Pressure from above forces constant adjustment, revealing openings that can be exploited. Along coastal winds, bald eagles command the space through energy-efficient strategy. In many river systems, fish can make up nearly 90% of their diet, providing essential protein and fat for daily survival. From a high perch, they patiently scan just above the water's surface. They do not rely on movement alone, but also detect flashes of light reflecting off silver scales. When a large fish rises near the surface, the eagle lowers its wings and descends along a steep path. The stillness breaks in an instant, then settles again with a precise contact. Within a few wing beats, the catch is carried back to the nest under sunlight. Yet in the world of sea eagles, hunting is not the only path to survival. When an osprey lifts off with a fish, the eagle quickly recognizes the opportunity and approaches from above. It avoids direct confrontation, using the pressure of its wide wingspan to force the rival to release its catch. With a sharp turn, it secures the fish before it reaches the water. Each successful feeding is not only a reward for patience, but also a lesson in survival. From there, mastery over rivers and coastlines continues to pass through generations. In the avian world, snake-hunting eagles, especially the snake eagle, are regarded as specialists in dealing with reptiles. Their diet is closely tied to snakes, making them formidable opponents for many venomous species, including the black mamba, reaching nearly 9 feet in length. The secret lies at their legs, covered with naturally thick scales that act like a shield, reducing risk from sudden counteractions. Yet the true advantage is not only physical, but also rooted in patience as they read every movement on the ground. For sea eagles, they often circle above rocky coastal areas, searching for snakes basking to absorb heat. When the target reveals itself, the eagle suddenly folds in and dives from above with remarkable speed. With legs protected by dense scales, it secures the target before a response can form. The encounter concludes quickly, reflecting the precision and composure of a highly skilled predator. Across the African savanna, life moves like a game of probability, where every motion carries risk. Weighing around 14 pounds, the martial eagle must choose its moment with precision when approaching much larger targets. Below, Antelopes can reach speeds near 50 miles per hour and leap about 10 feet high, giving them a strong advantage in open terrain. When the herd begins to lose rhythm, a single moment of separation creates an opening. From above, the eagle narrows its wingspan and selects a blind spot behind the herd's direction of movement. It does not strike the center, but focuses on an individual exposed on open ground, where turning ability is limited. The approach is swift and decisive. Gravity, speed, and angle combine into a tactical advantage, disrupting the target's stride at the moment of contact. If an adult attempts to shield, the eagle maintains its edge through precision and timing, keeping the encounter brief. Not every hunt ends in victory for the lion. In the animal kingdom, even the smallest miscalculation can shift the outcome. The prey bursts forward, while another predator suddenly closes in. Pressure builds from both sides. Dust rises, and every movement becomes a test of survival. And just as the lion appears to be in control, the hunt unexpectedly turns. On the open plains, the animal that keeps lions most alert is not prey, but the spotted hyena. Far from being a weak scavenger, the hyena possesses a tightly structured matriarchal society and remarkable intelligence. Most notably, it delivers a powerful bite force of around 450 pounds per square inch, strong enough to overpower many rivals in close confrontations. It is a long-standing rival, ready to push back and shift the balance against the so-called ruler of the plains. When a young male lion accidentally crosses into the core of a den territory, the dominant female hyena immediately signals the clan to assemble. The group forms a defensive line, standing their ground to shield the entrance where their young are hidden. Sensing the inexperience of the intruder, they move forward together, closing the distance with coordinated pressure. Faced with this overwhelming unity, the lion is forced to turn away and retreat to avoid further risk. Elsewhere on the grassland, a clan of around 20 hyenas quickly surrounds a group of lionesses near a food source. They produce their distinctive calls, creating a tense atmosphere that unsettles their rivals. Their coordinated strategy unfolds as individuals take turns advancing to distract, while others move in from behind to disrupt. Under pressure from all directions, the lions gradually lose their advantage and withdraw, leaving the food behind. Here, dominance does not belong solely to the strongest, but to those who know how to act together at the right moment. The lion is often seen as the king of the savannah, drawing strength from muscle, discipline, and coordinated group pressure. An adult male can weigh around 400 pounds, with a powerful mane that clearly signals its status. Yet even that level of dominance has never guaranteed a certain outcome. Across the harsh African savanna, every hunt carries significant risk. A single misstep or a brief misjudgment can force the lion to pull back to preserve its place in the cycle of survival. Across the African savanna, African wild dogs are masters of strategy, with one of the highest hunting success rates among predators. The strength of these carnivores, weighing around 60 pounds, lies not in individual power, but in pack discipline and their ability to run long distances over many miles. Each success earned after extended pursuits becomes a reward for collective effort. Yet behind every moment of success, a looming shadow remains, especially from lions that attempt to take over the result. Against a larger rival, wild dogs rarely engage directly. Instead, they spread out, take turns applying pressure, and draw the lions away from the prize, forcing the intruder to expend energy in short bursts of pursuit. The objective is not to display strength, but to reduce competition before their hard-earned effort is lost. Even when raising their young, caution defines their behavior. Lions may approach den sites, so wild dog packs rarely remain in one place for long periods. On the savanna, survival is not determined by individual strength, but by those who use collective intelligence to manage risk and sustain the next generation. The dry season turns the Serengeti into a land of dust and relentless challenges. Here, the oryx stands as the spear of the plains, with a compact, muscular body weighing around 350 pounds. It tolerates extreme heat and can travel for miles without slowing, supported by a unique survival mechanism. Most notably, its straight, blade-like horns, reaching nearly 4 feet in length, have forced many predators to abandon their attempts. Beneath a vast, cloudless sky, the silhouettes of 2 solitary lions suddenly emerge. After spotting their target, they lower their bodies, moving along the sparse grass while waiting for the right moment to accelerate. Within seconds, the distance collapses, and dust bursts upward under each powerful stride. The pace of the encounter intensifies as the hunters press forward with determination. However, the oryx, guided by experience and discipline, quickly forms a solid defensive barrier with its horns. The tense standoff comes to a close as the antelope maintains a safe distance and gradually retreats toward open ground. The lions are forced to stop, left with a costly lesson and a clear reminder of the risks that come with overconfidence. If the lion is celebrated as the ruler of the Savannah, the Nile crocodile stands as the controller of the wetlands. Between these two parallel worlds, the shallow water's edge becomes a critical boundary, where a single misstep can instantly change the outcome. The ground is waterlogged, with mud sinking past half a step. A pride of lions attempts to surround a crocodile rested near the shore. Instead of retreating, the crocodile deliberately backs into the soft mud, where its weight, measured in hundreds of pounds, reduces the lion's ability to gain traction. Pressure builds as more lions move in. At the right moment, the crocodile swings its tail with force, disrupting the approach. At watering points, where lion prides with cubs are forced to cross the river, the balance shifts. Deeper waters trigger the ambush instincts of the wetland predator. With a bite force reaching around 3,700 pounds per square inch, the crocodile becomes a direct threat to younger or less experienced lions, moments that lionesses can only respond to with urgency and restraint. In the end, the crocodile not only protects its domain, but also helps shape the resilience of the next generation of lions. The encounter fades, and the natural balance quietly returns. Dawn spreads a golden light across the Serengeti, revealing the presence of a towering figure. It is an adult giraffe, standing nearly 16 feet tall, calmly feeding on leaves high in the canopy. In the world of lions, this target represents both a valuable reward and a dangerous challenge. Prolonged hunger drives a solitary lioness to move forward with the focus of one that has nothing left to lose. The giraffe benefits from a wide field of vision due to its height advantage. However, when the giant lowers its long neck to drink, its view becomes limited, and a critical vulnerability appears. In a sudden burst, the lioness accelerates like a flash, driving toward the lower body and securing a grip on the hind leg of her target. The towering animal reacts instantly, breaking into a powerful run and delivering forceful kicks that cut through the air to shake off the attacker. With one final, decisive movement, the giraffe throws the lioness off balance, sending her to the ground before sprinting into open terrain. It escapes successfully, leaving behind a trail of red dust. A lion hunting alone typically succeeds less than 30% of the time, and this setback forces a shift toward more attainable targets, such as vulnerable young. The encounter highlights the fragile edge of survival, where resilience is shaped through constant and demanding trials. Hippos are among the most formidable forces along Africa's rivers, defined by their massive bodies. When their enormous jaws open wide, they reveal tusks over 1 foot long, capable of overpowering any threat. Most of the time, these animals remain submerged, using the water to regulate body temperature. But when an unfamiliar presence enters their territory, they can respond with sudden, decisive bursts of action. A true survival test begins when a male lion wades too deeply into the water. At once, the dominant hippo submerges and approaches from the darker depths. The giant erupts to the surface with explosive force, opening its jaws to nearly 150 degrees in a powerful display. The water surges into heavy waves, leaving the intruder disoriented. With no clear direction, the lion is forced to use every ounce of strength to retreat toward the shore and regain safety. On land, a similarly intense moment unfolds when a hippo is cut off from its path back to the water. Facing a horizontal line of lions, it charges straight through the center at speeds of up to 20 miles per hour. The force of the advance causes the predators to scatter to either side. At the same time, it shakes off a bold individual attempting to hold position, creating space to withdraw safely. In this environment, control belongs to the one that masters its own domain. After every pursuit, eagles retain the composed presence of a true apex hunter. They turn wind, distance, and altitude into advantages in every approach. This journey is not only about power, but also about the order of nature. Yet nature never stands still, as other predators continue to rise. You are invited to like, subscribe, and move on to the next wild encounter.